everyone. Hey, welcome to another episode of The Front. As always, please check out the website at leadtheteam.net for free sales training, for motivational content, and for leadership tips. And if you would, cruise on over to leadtheteam.tv, hit that subscribe button, and then push the bell notification icon so you get notified every time I go live and when I'm uploading new episodes, because I would love to have you join me. So today the theme is Do What You Love, right now on The Front.
Thanks for tuning in to Lead the Teams, The Front.
Yes, thank you so much for taking the time to tune in and join me today. My name is Mike Phillips, and I will be your host. This is The Front, and the theme today is Do What You Love. Now, I have spent a lot of time recently on my live leadership lesson series, which is kind of a wing of this show, where I interview people that are in leadership roles in many different verticals of business. Talked with people in automotive and training and coaching and YouTubers and podcasters and business CEOs and executives. And over the time that I have spoken with them over the last number of months, one of the things that I am constantly reminded of from each person, and I often will ask the question, hey, where do you tell somebody to help in finding their passion? Where did you find your passion? What is it that fires you up? And every one of these people says, well, just do what you love. Like, in your core, you know what it is. You know what fires you up. You know what gets you excited about life, whether it's in business, whether it's an extracurricular activity, whether it is sometimes, just time spent with your family. And oftentimes there's more than one thing. See, I think that's something that where oftentimes coaches or trainers, or if you read many different blogs and articles online, they say, hey, you've got to find that one purpose. You've got to find that one thing that you love and then really accentuate on that and grow it, and you can turn it into a business. Well, I think a lot of times there's more than one thing. Like, just for myself, for example, and look at yourself as you're spending time here. If you took the time to look at yourself and your family, there are many facets to who it is that you are. The person that's watching this right now, you may have something you're really passionate about in business that could make you money. At the same time, you have things that you're really passionate about in your personal life that also may make you money. And you have your family that you're really passionate about, and oftentimes that's the reason you want to make the money, right? The money is the tool. One of the things that I find that is in common with many of these people is I've taken the time to interview them and I've educated myself on. One of the things that I realize is for many of these people, it's not about the money, right? We get it twisted and we get it backwards. We spend time and we go, well, I really want to figure out what I love in business so I can make money, or what I love personally so I can make money, or I don't think that always works. We have lots of different things that excite us. We have lots of different things that we're good at. We have lots of different things that we enjoy. But if you put those things first, I was speaking with Evan Carmichael the other day, for example, when we talked after the show for a few minutes, and it was just a real blessing. He spent the time to kind of coach me through some things, and he says, well, what is it that really ignites you and fires you up and gets you excited? And I started talking about, coaching other people and impacting others' lives and public speaking in a large forum, because that is a way to impact and grow and excite other people. And even right then, it was like that fire in me lit up. And it's like, well, that is something that I really love. That's something that I can apply to business, because I can engage with and impact 5, 6, 8, 10 people that I work with directly, or 80 people that are within a company, right? I can impact people through a forum such as this, because I do the podcasting and YouTubing and a lot of the things that I do online. The video editing, like, I get excited about that. It's fun because I know the end result is that it is going to impact somebody for good. It's going to impact somebody positively, right? To me, that's exciting. And then, same thing with my family. Like, I get so excited to be able to impact their lives, and vice versa. When you're investing time with other people like that, in turn, they impact you. In turn, they make an impression and they help grow you, whether it be family and business and all these different facets. I mean, these are the things that I'm talking about because, as I've said before, like that's what's relevant to me right now. That's what's exciting to me right now. And I figure if it's affecting me, that it's probably affecting and speaking to somebody else too. Right now, outside of this show, for example, I do my morning verses with Mike. And to me, that is such an impactful way that, or something that I can do to impact others in a spiritual and faithful and just good way. And so that's something that it helps to impact me. It makes me whole spiritually. It reminds me, what I need to be engaging in the Bible and my continued learning and growth in faith. However, it also allows me an opportunity to reach out and touch other people's lives as well. And I mean, there's nothing better than that when you find something that you love, that because you love it, it is so impactful to others also. So I know it's kind of an eclectic, my brain fires off all these different ways oftentimes, but it is the reminder today, and that was just what was affecting me. Like, you have to remember to do what you love. Do the things that you love. Sometimes there are things that are necessities that you must do, that you must participate in, right? But how does that get you to a point of something that is excellent, that fires you up? Sometimes those are stepping stones. They're tools. You do stuff that because it's not like it's all sunshine and rainbows. You're not going to be just constantly doing things that you love. Like, hey, that's the only thing. I like this, so that's all I'm going to do. Sometimes that's not going to make sense. But you can use those things as a stepping stone on your way to what it is that your destiny is, to what it is that your goal is, to what it is that it just ignites your core, that fires you up. So that was my whole idea and my whole reminder today. I just wanted to reach out to people and remind you, engage in the things that you love. Do the things that you love, whatever it is that they are. And only you can answer that question, right? The person that's watching this right now, the men and women that are watching this video, only you can answer what it is that you love. And what you love and what ignites you and what fires you up and what turns you on is not the same thing that's going to create excitement in your family members or your best friends necessarily. Like, I couldn't sit here and tell you, oh man, here's what you should do to be really engaged in music or learning to play an instrument, right? That may be something that is exciting and fun and awesome for you. I wouldn't have the slightest clue on where to start because I have something entirely different that lights me up. And that's what makes the world go round, is you have all these different people with all these different fires burning. And when you've got people that come together because they are doing what they love, they're engaging in it. Again, maybe not 100% of the time, but you've got to dedicate some time to what it is that excites you. Start out with 15 minutes a day. Do something that excites you. And that 15 minutes turns into 30 minutes, turns into, an hour. And before you know it, if that's something that can turn into something that has some earning potential for you, that's great. Here's what I'd caution you on the other side. Here's what I'd caution you on the other side of that, though, is a lot of times when you take your passion and you turn it into a business where you must survive, sometimes that takes the luster and the fun and the fire out of it. So you have to go into that eyes wide open and fully prepared. Like if you're saying, hey, I want to do what I love because this is the recommendation that I hear from so many different people and coaches, and Mike, you're saying it right now, right? If it turns into that's the only way that you're going to make a living, and and it can go either way. For some people, that's going to let them take off and do outstanding. And for others, they'll go, wow, this is a whole lot of pressure. I used to love this, but I don't anymore because now my life is dependent on it. So you have to constantly be gauging that also. You constantly have to be picking and choosing and reassessing and saying, hey, is this still right? Is this something I still enjoy? And just make time for those things each day. Make time for the things that are important, that fire you up. So that's the whole message today on the front, right? Do what you love. Spend some time. Today is a Sunday, it happens to be, and this is one of those things that I love. I love engaging in podcasting and making videos and reaching out through the screen, right? And hopefully impacting other people for good. That's one of the things that ignites me. So I would encourage you, spend 15 or 30 minutes or an hour today making sure to invest in you and doing what it is that you love today. So thank you so much for taking the time to tune in and join me. Again, do me a favor, smash that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Share this with a friend because we want to impact other people for good. So share this video on your social media. And I'll tell you what, until we speak next, I hope you have... Oh, one other thing before I go there. I do this every Sunday and Wednesday. So Sundays, I'm normally doing a show more like this where I'm speaking to you one-on-one. And Wednesdays, I'm doing my live leadership lesson series. So I'd appreciate if you would tune in to both of those. And do me a favor, one other favor as I close out here. If you have something that you really love, that you are fired up about, that ignites you, just drop that in the comments down below. I'd love to continue the conversation after the video. All right? So I'll tell you what, thanks for taking the time to tune in and join me. Until we speak next, I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. We'll talk to you soon, everybody.